away flies. Horrible things. Freaking flies are bad this year. Hello folks, welcome, hope you're having a wonderful day. We're doing some cleaning in the garage today, or the garage as some people may call it. There's it feels like there's literally my roof of my garage is about to explode right now because it is windy as hell here today. It's just inherent of where I live, we get a lot of winds, but this is savage. Like I can feel the whole room moving. So we've got all the rifles out today. We've got the C7, we got the Accuracy International Clone Savage Model 11, Model 12. We've got them all out for show today, and of course the Airsoft L85 as well. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend and enjoying your weekend. If you're working, I'm sorry to hear it. We are here cleaning the rifles, making sure that they're all pristine and clean. I haven't cleaned my C7 for quite a while, so it's time to get round to it. If the stream quality is bad, folks, you know what that means. It means my phone is overheating and I have no way of cooling you down today. So we're going to see how long we last, because I can almost guarantee it's not going to last very long in the way that, my phone lasts with heat. So thank you all for being here today. Appreciate it. I haven't really done much. I'm working on the bolt for now. We'll put the rest on hold and just kind of do step by step. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Is Zero Foxtrot okay? I have not heard from Zero Foxtrot in a while, honestly. I'm a little concerned. I did send him a message on YouTube to see if he was okay, but I haven't heard anything back, so I'm hoping he's okay. I will keep trying to keep a hold of him and see if I can get a hold of him, but let's hope he's okay. Dip your phone in ice water. Yeah, okay. Do you like bullpups? Yes, I do like bullpups. Very much so do I. They are a great firearms platform for me. I know many people don't have much respect for them. I personally think they're absolutely fantastic. So I am using a new piece of equipment today known as the Breach Tool. I'm going to be producing a video for you guys on it very soon. Amazing bit of kit, folks, and this is it. Here's the Breach Tool right here. The video will go over the kind of specifics as to what it does. I was sent it from a company called NHMD or breachtool.com. Really cool bit of kit. Video will be out shortly, hopefully tonight or maybe sometime later tomorrow. But it's really, really handy, very useful for what I need it to do. We're giving this rifle a full detail clean, making sure it's nice and spotless because it's been in the gun locker for a little while, and I haven't really done much in terms of keeping it clean. And winter is coming, folks. And if winter is coming, that means that it's going to have to go into storage. I don't tend to do much shooting in the wintertime with my civilian rifle. We do have a upcoming range in the next little while with my local Reserve Army unit that we're going to be going to do some PWT shoots for, which are personal weapons tests or annual personal weapons tests. So got to get them complete. We'll do some gun tables or some rifle tables and see if we can get some good scores. I just passed my PWT 1 and 2 applications, so that's good, but it was only done on the SAT range, which in my own personal opinion really isn't the range, so to speak. It's kind of subjective. Everybody thinks, I did really good on the SAT range. Well, it's an electronic laser range. Like, you're not really being affected by many other outside influences like you would in the field. So, but so we've got some shooting coming up soon, so that'll be nice. But it's time for the old C7 to sooner or later go into storage for good for the winter time. I'll probably take it out for a couple of snow shoots. Other than that, though, I'll probably just keep her in bed, locked up with some oil, and keep her nice and clean. Holy cow, the wind, man. The lights are flickering from it. Folks, I got a phone call there from some idiot from a car dealership. Yeah, no thanks. I don't want to talk to you today. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day. 85 of you here today. Welcome. Does Canadians use the HK? We don't use the HK. We use the C7. C7A2 from Colt Canada. It's a fantastic rifle. Have a lot of respect for it. Hence why I bought my own civilian version of it. But no, we do not use HK. If in the future we use HK, maybe we will. You probably saw I did a video on HK recently, the history of HK. That hurt. That one hurt. Bring the gnome in. It's no stream without the gnome. What brand is your Airsoft L85? It's a WE-L85. It's a gas blowback. I wanted the realistic one, so... I was just watching War Thunder German bias meme. Will you build your plastic models? Yes, I will build my plastic models. I'm actually next month going to invest in getting the airbrush system, for painting, and some like specific tools to be able to do building of those models, because I've been putting it off. I've been super busy, but it's time to actually get back into it and say, you know what, you guys sent me these models, I should be making them. But I suck at making models and I just don't want to screw them up, so it's kind of why I've been kind of holding off a little bit. So yikes, there's a lot of carbon on this gas plug here, also on the bolt. Have you ever thought about joining the regular force? Many, many, many times. Unfortunately, I just don't have the capacity or the ability to at this point in my life. I would love to be back into the regular force right now. I really would. It's not going to happen. Sadly, it's just not going to happen. Are those airsofts or real weapons? 3 out of the 4 are real. 1 of them is an airsoft. The one on the far left, the L85, is an airsoft. Everything else is a real rifle. We have a 5.56 bolt action, Savage Arms Model 12, Accuracy International clone. We have the Derya Mark 12 semi-automatic shotgun 12 gauge, and the C7A2 clone SA20 civilian variant rifle in 5.56. So yes, these rifles and these firearms are very much real. So, would you buy an AK-15? If I could buy the money, I would. Is that a legit Elkin or a replica? It is also a legitimate Elkin. C79A2. Legitimate, real, not fake. Totally legit, folks. I don't mess around with fakeness here, okay? If I wanted to fake things, you'd call me out for it pretty quick. It's a legitimate scope, okay? I bought it for quite a pretty hefty price from our online rifle website that we have here in Canada. Yeah, it's not cheap, but I'm not going to get a fake, so... It would be funny if you had a GAL 21. I love the Elkin. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the Elkin. It's not bad. It's not the greatest either, but it's better than the Susat, so I can't complain too much, because the Susat, boys and girls, never had much love for the Susat, and many people could have probably agreed with me there. It's not the greatest platform in the world for optics, but that's what the British Army gave us, and that's what we used, and we made use of it. Just like most people in the military do, they get given something and you make the best of it. Do you use brake free? No, I do not use brake cleaner on my rifles. I use Butch's gun oil, which is to me one of my favorite gun oils I've ever used. It is absolutely fantastic. I also use Hops 9 rifle spray. So I use this to lubricate once I finish firing. I use this to get the carbon and the cordite off of the rifle itself. It's more sort of robust, heavy-duty oil. I can guarantee you guys that the phone's getting pretty warm right now. Oh yeah, you're getting warm. Hopefully you won't overheat here, folks. I apologize. If the stream cuts out, that will be why. It won't be because I've just dropped out on you. It's because the phone overheats. So, as you know, I'm still kind of saving up. Did you dye your hair? No. Why does my hair look dyed? Why can't you join the regular force? I cannot join the regular force. It's not that I can't join it. I can. I just don't have the ability to. I have a full-time career. I've created a life for myself that requires financial commitments that keep me and my family doing what they have to do. The regular force isn't going to provide me that, unfortunately. And to transfer into the reg force to have that capability would be extremely difficult. I would have to move. I've settled down into my local town. I'm one of those people who always says don't ignore the doors that open for you. But when you have a family, things change. So, that's more of a personal aspect that I don't really need to talk about on a live stream. But, yeah, me moving away is just something that I'm not feasible or able to do right now. So, what's up? Just got from Drill. Nice. Hey, Maximus, on an FTX. Right now, the Gate Sentry wanting to die. Haven't been released in 4 hours. Advice. Toby, suck it up, Buttercup, buddy. You decided to join the armed forces. That's what you got to do, man. You can complain all you want. I don't have any advice for you other than suck it up, Buttercup. That's what you're there to do, man. You just got to accept it. One day you won't be doing sentries anymore. You'll be doing something even more boring and important later on in your career. So get used to it. It's part and parcel of the job, man. And Just got to get on with it. Embrace the suck, as they say. So I think we pretty much say that the bolt body is pretty clean. I'm not going to go too in depth with it here. Trinidad is the worst country in the Caribbean. Okay, I don't agree with that, but if that's what you think. Hopefully the phone isn't going to burn out on me here, folks. It's pretty warm. I don't have a freezer to put you in today, so we'll see how long we get. Oh yeah, she's warm. She is warm today. Okay, bolt body done. Let's move on to the rest of the rifle here. I hate taking handguards off. I just despise it. Especially my one, because they're pretty new. And the newer ones have the springs that are a little tighter. So they're harder to get off. Damn, son. Come out. There we go. And again, in pretty clean condition. I don't mess around when it comes to looking after my rifles, so it should be already fairly clean as is, so. I come in and hear a freezer. I'm not putting you in the freezer, folks. I'd like to put you in the freezer, but I don't have the ability to. I've got nothing to cool you down out here. Like I said, if the stream cuts out, it's because my phone's overheated. So I apologize in advance. 119 of you here today. Well, welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. Hope you're having a wonderful time on your weekend. If you're working, I apologize. We're cleaning the C7 today. I don't think I'm going to have time, just due to the fact that phone will overheat, to clean the Derya or my bolt action, but I can at least give you a show of them. It is. Can you hear that wind? Well, that's a bike, but can you hear the wind, man? It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy. Craziness. Free float M-lock handguard. Yeah. You know, I don't like the handguards on the C7 very much, personally. But you know, that's what we get. That's what we're given. That's what we make use of. Hello, been here a while. Is that a real bayonet? Yes, it's a real bayonet. This is a real SA-80 bayonet, but it's not a real SA-80 or L85A2 rifle. It's just an airsoft, folks. So don't get worried. Don't think, oh, Matt's got an illegal firearm in Canada. No, all my rifles are legitimate. I do everything safely. We are good. We are good to go. Although I would love to have an L85. What were you just using now to scrub? The brush. Ah, yes. Folks, this is the breach tool. I am bringing out a video on this in the very near future. An amazing bit of kit. Truly, though, an amazing bit of kit. If you want to go check it out, www.breachtool.com. Really cool bit of kit. Seriously, though, an amazing bit of kit. Check it out. Really good bit of kit on the end here for getting in that breach. If you know what I'm talking about with my little pinky finger trying to get all that carbon out of there. This thing is doing all that for you, right? Just this piece. And the great thing about it is you can swap it around the other way to get the other 180 degrees of the breach. So really, really cool. Very, very handy to have. But there's going to be a full video on it coming out in the future, so stand by and stay tuned for that. I know a channel who cuts his meat with a bayonet. I hope you mean like meat that he's cooking. That's kind of strange. Thank you for subscribing, Martin Safranco. Thank you for subscribing. Breach tool, yes, breach tool, Stephanie. That is the tool that we have been using today. Matt, how did you join the US or British Tank Force? Well, there's no such thing as the Tank Force. I wish there was, because that's amazing, calling something a tank force. I wasn't in the tank force. I was in the British Army. I was in the REME, or the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers, working alongside tanks and as a tank recovery and repair mechanic. But I was not in the tank force. That's an amazing saying, though. I love it. I wish I was in the tank force. Can you imagine saying, hey, I'm in the tank force? It's amazing. And I was not in the US military either. I've only been in the Canadian. I'm in Canadian artillery now, so I'm hitting my tools here. He was REME boy. Yes, I was. I was a REME boy. Pogue and proud. Pogue pride, folks. Pogue pride. I am happy and very proud to say I was a Pogue. I have no triggering for people calling me a Pogue. It makes no freaking difference to me. Tank Force, yeah. It's like Dog Force. Hey, Sputnik, welcome. Hello, Relogic. Wow. Doing some cleaning today. Relogic, we may be able to try and make it to the range sometime later on this afternoon, not this afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, but we will see how it does. See how warm you're getting. Oh yeah, you're still super warm right now. Do you prefer handguards over Picatinny rails? No, I like Picatinny rails. I'm not a big fan of the plastic handguards, honestly. Have you ever been driven in a Leopard? I've never driven in a Leopard, no, but I've seen many Leopards in my career, especially when being based in Germany. I saw them all the time. Great bits of kit. I know the Germans loved them, so. Matt, if you and Relogic go shooting, you must do a video. Yeah, trust me, we probably will. Canadian artillery are amazing. I've just finished a joint exercise with them in Latvia. That's awesome, Mr. Killjoy. I'm very glad you think the Canadian artillery, UBEAK, is awesome. I would strongly agree with you that we are pretty cool, pretty awesome. But that's awesome that you're on deployment with them. That's really cool. Tank Force sounds like the name of a superhero team. Is that a Typhoon? It is not a Typhoon. It is a Derya Mark 12. Still Turkish, but it is not a Typhoon. I've heard of some problems with Typhoon, honestly. A friend of mine actually had significant problems with his, so yeah, not good. Your ration packs are mental as well, Matt. Yeah, we have some nice ration packs. I once sat in the driver's seat of an Abrams and not even armoured. I was in the Signal Corps. Cool, man. Cool. Does naval bombardment count as artillery? Well, if it's coming from the shoreline to the ships, then yes, I would say so. It's at a fixed emplacement. That's a form of artillery that we have. If it's coming from the ships to the shore, then clearly it's the Navy. Hey, Tank Driver. Welcome, buddy. 130 of you are here. Holy camoly, guys. Why on earth are you here and not enjoying your weekend? You're watching some random YouTuber clean his rifle. I love the imprinting of these rifles. There you go. SA-20 5.56mm. I love it. The maple leaf on there, so sexy, so very, very sexy. And there you go. Look, made in Canada under license from Colt Canada. Pretty cool. Colt is a pretty exclusive and or Demeco and Colt Canada. They had the kind of agreement to make the rifle, but they're an exclusive firearm that we have here in Canada that I really enjoy. So, applying for the Army Reserves as well. Good for you, folks. Those of you who are joining or applying to join the Army Reserves, good for you. Hope you're gonna make it in with no problems. Paperwork goes through nice and quickly. God, this needs a real good clean here, folks. It's actually not too bad, but I'm super OCD, so. Ever worked alongside the Irish Armed Forces? I have not worked along the Irish Armed Forces. No. Haven't had the privilege of being able to do that. So. This rifle, it's so funny. When you compare your own personal rifles to the rifles that you have when you work in the armed forces, how clean and pristine this one is compared to the ones that are actually used in the field. I mean, this is a paper puncher target rifle, right? I mean, it's not going in the field. I'm not running around with it. It's not getting covered in dirt. It's almost pristine clean. Whereas the ones I'm used to working with are like covered in junk, scratches, cuts, dents, just beaten to a pulp like they should be, like a real battle rifle should be, because these are battle rifles. These are what they're designed for. They're designed to go into battle. And it's just funny when you clean your own personal rifle, I don't know, it's just funny to see. Let's get this thing pulled through, and then we'll work on some other bits and pieces. Bore snake, folks. You haven't got a bore snake, invest in one, especially those going through basic or in the armed forces already. See what else you guys are talking about. Is that your duty rifle? No, it's not my duty rifle. I wish it could be, but it's not. This is my own civilian-owned, legally owned SA-20 civilian variant. Harrogate starts tomorrow. Oh, we got some Harrogate boys in here getting ready to go to basic training. That's awesome. That's really cool. I hope you have fun. Enjoy. I had the best year of my life in Harrogate. 42 weeks of military shenanigans. It was amazing. Biggest differences in the UK, Canadian SOPs that surprised you? The biggest differences? There's not a huge difference, actually. It's really not. It's very similar. I think one of the shocks were the way in which rifle drill in Canada, when normally rifle drill is given in the French language, so when you give rifle drill commands, they're given in French, which was a bit of a surprise to me. We don't actually tend to do it a lot here in Western Canada. We still speak English when we do the rifle drills, but that was a little bit different. So how do you like the sight of my rifle? I don't mind the C79A2, the Elkin. It's not too bad. It does what it needs to do. Is it the greatest? No, of course it's not, but it works. It's functional. Just like the SUSAT, it works. It's not the greatest. I really did not enjoy the SUSAT on the L85. It was not a good time. But everybody has their own experiences of, you know, how they operate with SUSATs or how they operate with optics. I had no problems with the Elkin so far, and I've really had no major problems with the SUSAT either, other than the sight picture. The sight picture on the SUSAT is taken up by that gigantic needle, right? So when you have that happening, it's not the greatest thing in the world. Pulling through the pull-through. And we're gonna do. You can do the inspection. You ready? You want to see? Let's see what it looks like. Is it a pass? You're gonna pass me on that? Here, let's see if my own subscribers will pass my rifle inspection. Here we go. Let's see if you can look down the barrel here. Oh, you haven't got enough light. Is that a pass? Is that a pass, folks? I'd say that's a pass. That's a pass. Definitely a pass. If anyone is sending super chats, I'm on my phone, so I don't see them very well like I normally would in a normal stream. So if any of you so far in the stream have sent me a super chat, I apologize if I've not thanked you or interacted with your comment that you've made. I just don't see them from this distance because the text is really small. And if I'm not answering your questions really quickly, that's going to be another reason why, is because the phone screen is really small and I don't have much room to see what's going on. So, but if you have sent me super chats or donations during the stream, thank you all. Appreciate you very much. I will try and get around to finding out who those people were after the stream and thanking you on the next stream or something along them lines. But yeah, if you've donated super chats, thank you. I just can't see them right now. So we're going to do an oily pull through, did a dry, a wet, and then we're going to do another dry. There we go. Spotless, boys and girls. It's going to be spotless. Let's have a look here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she clean. She clean. We're going to do one more just to keep it nice and spick and span. Mainly for the riflings at this point. Get that brassy threaded ribbon portion of the pull through to... You pointed a gun at us. It's technically not a gun at this point. Okay, here we go. Another pull through here. I love the noise at the end, the thump, as it flops out the back. Really cool. Okay, I think we're done for pull throughs. I'm not going to swab it. I don't think it needs swabbing, so I'm not too concerned about swabbing it today. It's pretty clean, folks. This rifle's pretty darn clean. See what else you guys are talking about. Do not oil the barrel. I have oil. I barely even touched it, and it's going into storage, so don't tell me how to use my rifles. I know how to clean rifles. Been probably doing it for longer than you have. Why do you hate Eastern countries and give you the most credit to NATO countries? Who says I hate Eastern countries? What a ridiculous statement. I have never once ever said I hate Eastern countries. At any point in my entire YouTube channel have I ever announced that I hate an Eastern country. So if you want to make lies up and announce them in a live stream, then have some credible background to it, because it's complete redundancy. I've talked about the T-14 Armata. I've talked about many Russian equipment, pieces of equipment with great praise and positivity. I've talked about vehicles from Turkey, from Russia, from all over the world. I do not have a hate for Eastern world countries or people or equipment or military. So I'm not sure where you pulled that from. I'm probably trying to get some sort of reaction out of me, which you succeeded in, but it was a reaction in terms of you need to have more credible information before you start accusing people of hating a certain thing. I don't think I've really much ever said anything on my channel about something I hate. So hello Twigleg, hope you're doing well, my friend, enjoying your life in the real army. I am very jealous of you, sir. I really am. I wish I could be there, honestly. But good for you. Hope you're having a blast, literally. Can you make a live video during Halloween? For you, Toasted Calamari, because of a name like that, it can be done. Where can I get a C79 optic? They are available. You can find them. But they're few and far between, so it's hard to say. Are there any mods in the chat? Do we have any mods in the stream? Can you start kicking these people who are just making some really weird statements in the stream? You know which ones I'm talking about. Let's get them out of here, please. Please remove them from the stream. I know if you're there, Relogic, let's get these people out of the stream, because clearly they have some agenda that they wish to try and share on the stream, and that's really not what I'm into. So let's get them out of here. If they have nothing nice to say, then don't say it at all. Let's just go there, shall we? I think the only hate can be for CLP. Yeah, CLP is definitely a little different. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. Should I be a Soviet World War II soldier or a US 101st Airborne soldier? Well, that's a good question. I wouldn't pick either for Halloween, personally. I would just be something more fun. Being those two military aspects seems a little too intensive. Halloween's supposed to be low-key and chill. You show up like an airborne soldier or, Russian soldier. It's going to be a little intensive for probably kids or families around, so that's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. I'm not telling you what to do with your life. You do you. But I'm not going to be dressing up as a soldier, I can tell you that much. I'm actually tempted to go and buy myself a Ghostbusters set. But whether or not that will come to be, I don't know. They're expensive, those Ghostbuster, replica setups. So, but I love Ghostbusters. And by the way, folks, Ghostbusters right now is being filmed in my province. I have some exclusive information about that filming, which unfortunately I cannot tell you about because I do not want to get in a host of trouble with Sony, etc. But they are filming here in Canada, in my province, about a couple of hours away from me right now. They're filming right now as we speak for the next Ghostbusters movie, the proper Ghostbusters movie. And I know before you all start losing your mind, it's not because the other Ghostbusters movie was women. I just did not enjoy the show's premise. It was not a good script. It was not a good way of implementing the show. It was cringy. The comedy wasn't funny. They were trying to go for the whole comedy thing. It just wasn't good. So it's not about me liking it and disliking it because of a certain gender or whatever, or some context that people for some reason now wish to push on everyone is, he doesn't like it because of this and they don't like it because of that. And do you really know why I don't like it? It's just because I just don't enjoy something. So everybody can read their own particular inputs to that as they wish. Dress up like a Spartan. I have. If you Google Jesse Vang, yes, in Alberta, they're filming the Ghostbusters movie in Alberta as we speak. If you look up Maximus Halloween on my other Halloween videos, you'll find that I did a video of me dressed as a Spartan for a Halloween party. It was hilarious. So you can go check that out. I actually had a Halloween party. I don't know if it's still up. Maybe I deleted it, but I'm pretty sure it's still there, so. I'm getting Craig's mask from Slipknot. That's pretty cool. Matt, dress up like a Roman soldier with your helmet. That would be cool. That would be really fun. Really, really fun, actually. Hey, I can actually see that super chat. Captain Coleslaw, thank you for your donation. Is your L96 7.62 or 338 Lapua? It is neither. It is 5.56. This rifle is a 5.56 millimeter bolt action clone of an Accuracy International in ATAX. So it's once again clear, folks. No round in the chamber or magazine, completely clear, functional. But it's actually it's an Accuracy International clone. It's based upon the Arctic Warfare Edition chassis from Accuracy International, but it is not from Accuracy International. It's actually a Model 12 5.56mm 24-inch barrel rifle from Savage Arms, placed upon its own custom-made custom-made metallic body for the stock. So really, really cool. You can't just buy that. You can't buy a Savage like that. It's made a lot cheaper because of that. An Accuracy International rifle, you're looking at upwards of $3,000 to $4,000 just for the rifle. So your meanie isn't green, a bit less mean. I started Air Cadets this week, didn't realize my flight sergeant would be such a loud man. Yes, of course, if you're in the cadets, you will sometimes have people that are loud, but they're doing it to help you learn the key principles of discipline and all that good stuff. So don't take it to heart. They're there to help you, not to make your life miserable. So I was also helping with cadets this week. It's a lot of fun. Do you own a Russian gun? Yes, I do. I actually have an SKS, and I love it. I love the SKS. I wish I could own more Russian-type hardware, you know, like the SKS, the AK-47, but of course we have our own restrictions. The SKS is a lot of fun to play with because the ammunition is cheap. It cycles no matter what you put through it. Corrosive, non-corrosive. It does everything you need it to do. So, yes, I do have one. It's a lot of fun to have. In fact, this little pouch you see here, this pouch actually used to hold the SKS's oil in it, and it's from 1963 or something like that, or maybe even earlier than that the rifle came from, so it's pretty old. But yeah, that's the actual pouch that held all the oil in it. So, but yes, I would like to own more. It's just they're just hard to come by in terms of the more rare ones. So I'm going to put my buffer tube and spring back in here. Not my butter tube, because I know many of you like butter tube. It's my buffer tube. There we go. Yeah, so no, I would really like to own more sort of Soviet-based or Russian-based weapons platforms, but they're just few and hard to come by sometimes. So, do you hate Europeans? Oh my God! Someone please kick this guy out. Like, why are you here? I don't hate anyone. Like, get out of my stream. They just try to create issues out of nothing. I do not hate anyone. I don't hate Europeans. I'm from Europe, you fool. I'm from Europe. I'm British. I'm born from the UK. Like, come on. What was your basic experience training like for the CAF? I did not actually go through CAF basic training. I was able to bypass it due to my training within the British Army. But I am going to be helping to train junior soldiers and recruits going through the Canadian Armed Forces basic training. So my top tips for you, honestly, going into, you know, if you're going into training or you're first starting, my God, my roof's going to come off. Fitness, please, 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 more fitness. You've got to get fit, you've got to get strong, because if you don't, you're going to have a hard time. So make sure you get your fitness up. It's going to make your life a lot easier. You know, a little tiny bit of oil here, just on my old buffer tube and stock here. Yeah, but focus on your fitness. That's going to be your primary focus. And then from there, you know, if you're going into training, is just pay attention, do as you're told, and everything will be just fine for you. You'll have no problems at all. Thank you, sir, for subscribing. Soon you won't be from Europe anymore. Things are getting a bit out of control here, bud. I don't know what you mean. Matt, can you show us your SKS? I don't have my SKS here right now because it's already clean. It's in storage. But I can definitely, next stream I do cleaning and stuff, I will bring it out for you to take a look at. So right now I'm cleaning my C7. I guess I can put this up so you can actually see what I'm doing. I'm cleaning my, it's not actually a C7, it's an SA20, which is the civilian variant of the C7. But I'm just giving my SA20 a nice clean here, getting it all ready because it's freaking bikes getting the living bejeebies out of me. Yeah, so just getting it ready for the winter because winter is coming. There we go. What's up with the gnome? Good question. So the gnome, I don't know if you know what Travelocity is, but they used to have a commercial with the Travelocity gnome. It was a gnome that talked, and he'd go on vacation, and he'd be there, and he'd travel around. It was called the Travelocity gnome. And I got given him as a gift from a family member some time ago when I went to Hawaii, as you can see, because he has a little Hawaiian skirt on and stuff. And he was the Travelocity gnome, so he followed me just about everywhere. I took him on DP1, which is my artillery trade training course with the Canadian Armed Forces. It was a lot of fun. The guy, it was there for morale, and he's there. He's pretty much just stuck around since. Yeah, so he's the Travelocity gnome in Hawaiian camo right now. So, good question though. Are those unencerned guns? I have no idea what that means. Do you have rank? I do have a rank. I'm currently a gunner right now in the Canadian Artillery. So, where are you from in England? I've never heard your accent before. I am from northwest London, or the outskirts of London, in a place called Hertfordshire, and then I moved up to a place called County of Durham when I was a little older, and then I joined the army at 16. So. That rifle is a tank and is a shooter. Yes, indeed. Thank you for subscribing, Powell. just wind, not a Chinook. Yes, it is. It's a wind. We just got a lot of wind today. Although we do get a lot of Chinooks around this area. Okay, I guess we're going to start putting this guy together because it's pretty clean right now. I'm going to give it a little bit of a spray of oil in here. Get the excess. Hey, Durham is close to where I live. There you go. Do you prefer an AK or AR platform? I've never really operated an AK very much, really. So I don't have much say in the matter. I would love to try the AK a lot more to take a more of an experienced decision on that. But honestly, as of right now, I like the L85. I like bullpups more than I do the AR-15 and than I do of the AK platform. Like, I fired the AK platform before, but not very much to say I have some experience to really give an informed opinion on it. But personally, my own opinion, I really like bullpups. It's just the way it is. I just really like them. So. Have you ever thought of marrying your guns? Yeah, I wish. You can get a rail kit for your SE80. Yes, I know. I'm probably not going to, though. I'm going to keep it in the standard platform configuration that I used in my service. So, and that was, I never had the RIS system. Actually, no, I did have the RIS system. I had it in Afghanistan. I had the Daniel Defense rail in Afghanistan, but I didn't have it for pretty much everything else in my career. So I don't see the point in me spending money on an airsoft rifle RIS system if I don't need it. So, because they're not cheap. I think it's like $300 for that RIS rail. So from Daniel Defense for an airsoft rifle, I'm not looking forward to wanting to spend that on a rifle, on anything, let alone an airsoft rifle. So. Okay, give the bolt a little bit of a lube. I'd marry a T3 Sporter once, but I sold it because there was another really good deal on something else I wanted. But yeah, the Tikka is a very good brand of rifle for sure. Bob Semple T14. T14. No, it's not all airsoft. The only airsoft rifle you see right now is this L85. Everything else is a real rifle. 5.56mm bolt action, 12 gauge semi-automatic, and a C7 5.56mm rifle. We're just giving them a good clean because, as I said, winter is coming. I'm just making sure that they're all ready for storage. I'm probably not going to put them in storage yet. Well, they're always in storage. They're always secured away, but I wrap them up actually in kind of a protective paper, like an oily paper, to prevent them from rusting over the winter period because, I look after my rifles meticulously, but you never know. Rust can form itself up in mysterious ways. So. Are you talking about the L85A2 rail system or the A3? The L85A2. I don't think you can even get an A3 rail system for airsoft right now. So, how's the phone's temperature? Well, surprisingly, it's about to catch fire. It's pretty warm. I'm surprised I've lasted this long. We've been going for 38 minutes. 141 people here. I'm very surprised at that, but it's surprisingly doing quite well. So, but touch wood, it doesn't explode on me yet, but it is getting bloody warm. What are you cleaning? C7 or SA20? Sorry, civilian version. What is your favorite bullpup to shoot? I have fired the what's it called? My God, my brain's hurting. The Tavor. The Tavor is an amazing rifle, bullpup, but I've also fired the Chinese variant. I can't remember what the hell it's called. T97 bullpup. That's a lot of fun too. Personally, though, I think they're too expensive to buy here in Canada. I used to own a Tavor, but my goodness, are they pricey. So I sold it actually to buy my house. So. A lot of carbon on this plug. I just picked up a new DPMS AR-15. Nice, very nice. I am Wintersimus. Yeah, that's a nice rifle setup, man. I'd like to get a precision AR-15. I've been looking at it. I don't know if any of you saw on my Facebook post there was one for sale. But it's not quite exactly what I wanted. I was thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know if it's quite what I need. So, shit, Matt with his SKS. Show off the SE80. Okay, well, I'll show off the SE80, but it's not real. It's just an L85 airsoft. So, There we go. There it is in all its glory. I'll take the bayonet off. As you can see, orange end, orange muzzle. Take the magazine out. Completely clear, nothing inside of it. There we go. So there it is. L85, airsoft, gas blowback. If I actually put the magazine in, I don't know if it's got any gas in it right now, but we've done streams before like this, but there we go. Magazine! So there it is, L85. But as it's just an airsoft, has no real requirement to be cleaned. If only it was real and legal. So yeah. I highly recommend airsofts for shooting light switches when you just can't be asked to get up, just wearing glasses. Yeah, exactly. Do you like the Jag Panther? Yes, I do. Do I have any pistols? No, but I would like to get one in the future. I used to own a couple. I had a Beretta 92 FS Inox, which was kind of like a stainless steel, sort of chromed finish 92 Beretta in 9mm. That was a nice handgun. But again, they're expensive, and I didn't have much fun playing with them. I really didn't. I had no fun using them at the range. Handguns don't do it for me like rifles do. That's just where I'm at. The shotgun as well. It's a lot of fun to be playing with at the range. Haven't put any slugs through it yet. I'd like to put some slugs through it, but we'll have to see. I miss my M9. Yeah, the M9, man. The Beretta. It's definitely a nice handgun. I know a lot of people have had problems with it in the past, but I've never had any problems. So, no, firearms are not illegal in Canada. I have a PAL, or restricted and non-restricted license, to allow me to operate and own these weapons. So, I said weapons. I meant to say firearms. I apologize. My Army Reserve brain kicked in there. So yes, I have all the legitimacy and legal ownership for these rifles, so you don't have to worry. I love the King Tiger. Yeah, that is quite the tank. A little too late to the party though, really, wasn't it? I get an RPG or AT4. Get an AT4. Actually, I like the RPG. Get both. Is it realistic when you strip down the L85 airsoft? That's a good question. I don't think it's super realistic, but let's take a look. Rear TMH pin just falls out, so that's a good start. There we go. TMH. I'm not sure how the buffer spring is coming out of this guy. There we go. It strips down very realistically. Spring. Bolt. Body. Pretty impressive, actually. Could do with the clean also, though, I think. So we're going to actually give this a clean. We'll give it a clean, why not? It's funny I'm cleaning an airsoft rifle. It's got some grease in there. I should probably keep the grease on it, really, shouldn't I? Now, I know there's a ball bearing in there stuck, rattling around, so if we can... It's in there somewhere. You hear that? I know there's a BB in there. Just can't find it. Looby looby. could be, yeah. Did you ever get to play with a GAL 17? No, I did not. I did not ever play with a GAL 17. Let's get some lube on these springs as well, I think. Nicely lubed. That's bringing back memories, putting back an L85, I can tell you that much. She's in. Okay. TMH going back in. Got a lot of stuff going on here. Airsoft mixing with real is not the greatest thing to be doing in the world. Go back together, please. There we go. And go. One. Didn't put the cocking handle in. Bad drills, Matt. Bad drills. How are you going to cock it, Matt, without the cocking handle in it? Jeez, McGee's. Now that's funny. Come on, fit in. I know it wants to, but now it just doesn't want to. Try again. There we go. Let's do a functions test. Still operational. She works. Whoops. Okay, well, at least that's clean. Cool. Are you applying the correct amount of too much force? No, it's working fine. Okay. Well, I think we're going to put the C7 back together at this point. I think it's pretty clean. We'll put a little bit of oil on there. Get it lubed up, and then put it to bed, I think. I don't think we've got much else to clean on it. Hey, thanks for the super chat bag of potatoes. Potatoes are cool. Yes, they are. Thank you so much for your donation, sir. I appreciate that very much. But potatoes are pretty cool, though, I gotta admit. You're not wrong there at all. Okay, let's put this bugger back together. Uno, duo. Come on, don't fight me. It's gonna fight me. Don't fight me. Don't fight me. Doesn't help my hands are super oily. There we go. Come on. Come on. So close yet so far. There we go. back together. Okay, bolt time. Camping, camping, camping. Camping is here. We're going camping. Why does it have a red muzzle brake? It's because it's an airsoft rifle. It is not real. I wish I could own a real L85, but unfortunately, I just can't. Trigger mechanism next after this. Hands are oily, folks. Oily. Okay, let's get this guy back together. Ooh, nearly. Okay. Operating and functioning just like it should. Perfect. Okay, well, museum you can legally acquire for Hibs like the L85. God, I wish, dude. I don't think I can become a museum though. It's beautiful either way. There goes my chance of getting squad because strict parents. That sucks. Which do you prefer, M16 or C7? I like the C7, honestly. That's a cool tattoo. Which one? That one? He ended up becoming a teacher. That is kind of funny. Thanks for subscribing, Jay McRae. Hello, Shriekin250. It's going good. How are you? What is the optic on that rifle? It is the C79A2, which is a Alcon scope. How's the Dirty Mags Ascent? They're working great, my friend. I love the stencil maple leaf. Really, really cool. Haven't been using the rifle very much recently just because I've got no shotgun ammo left. I can't afford any more shotgun ammo right now. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. It allows me to do my mag changes real quick. So thank you again. It really means a lot. Thank you for sending me those magazines. Stupidest thing you've seen someone do on a range? Oh man, I've seen a lot of stupid things on the range before. A lot of stupid things. But honestly, I think one of the biggest stupid things I've ever seen is someone on the grenade machine gun range on our pre-deployment training was using the paintball 40mm grenades that we use on the gun. That's what we all use for a basic intro to the weapon system. Then we use the high explosive, but using the paintball system. And he thought it would be funny to, after completing the 5-round grouping that he was told to fire out of this wooden hut, he was going to launch 5 just randomly into the sky to see where they'd land, because the bay, like, it was a long way away. And there was a lot of big issues on that, a lot of big issues. I think it was a 2-part problem. The range control vehicle shouldn't have been there, but at the same instance, he shouldn't have been launching 40mm over the range that he was at, so not a good time. Lag, yeah, it's going to be laggy. Anyway, folks, I'm going to cut away now because it's I've got other things to do this afternoon. But I appreciate you all being here on the stream. I will catch you around next time. Hopefully, we won't have as much lag on the stream next time, and I will catch you around for the next stream. Thank you again for joining me today. Stay tuned for the breach tool video that we will be doing on in the future, and it'll give you a breakdown of exactly what this thing is all about. But thank you again, everyone. I will catch you around on the next one. Bye-bye.